Peace, love, and joy, family. Elijah L. Lewis here, and today I just want to say that today is a beautiful day. For one, we got the city behind us, we got the clouds, we have everything that we need that's essential for life, right? If you are currently taking a breath in today, I want you to take a moment to just be grateful. I want you to take a moment to just be thankful for everything the higher power has given you. Look at the art that God has created today and just appreciate it. Appreciate it, right? We live in America where we have so many privileges, but oftentimes don't see the privileges that we have because we are too busy thinking about what we don't have. We are too busy thinking about how our lives could be better. We are too busy focusing on people that have quote unquote better lives than us. But God has made every situation unique in its own likeness. He made your situation in the route. Oh, look at God. Look at God. Look. The sun is just beaming down on me. I thank the higher power. But God makes every situation unique because he understood that you were going to have to go through things to become the person that you are today. You see, the trials and the tribulations that we go through on a daily are made for us to succeed. The trials and tribulations that we go through on a daily are made for us to understand what life is really about. But you see, there's too many people who are too focused on how much their life does not fit them, does not fit the image that they would like to see themselves. But you see, you are not the creator. You are not the person who made you. You are not the person who formed yourself. So how could you really know what it is that you need to get to the place that you want to be? So I want y'all to take a step back and just to reflect and understand that, y'all, it is here. We have everything that we need to live, to breathe, to thrive. But the question is, what are you going to really do to get there?
Um, hey, what is up out there? What's going on in shop culture land? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We back to another edition of Shop Culture Live, man. Every Tuesdays. Well, not every Tuesday because we weren't here last Tuesday, but we back. We needed a little break, man. We had a lot of stuff going, a lot of moving parts going on, and so man, we want to welcome all our fans, guests, the whole nine. Thank you for having us back. And it's so good to be back. You know who's back with us.
Good evening. It's Tama. I'm back.
She was in Texas, I can tell.
Oh, I had a great time in
Ooh-wee.
Texas.
Check her out. She's doing traveling. Is it traveling with
Travel with Tama.
Yeah, I liked
My
it.
hashtag. Yes.
Yeah, that was dope.
Next stop, Japan,
Oh man.
Oh, that's
and then
nice.
Fiji.
Okay. Well, I'm joining. You know who this man? This guy. He's starting stuff. I actually, if somebody asked me where I was the whole time, I took a little break. I needed me a kind of get away from social media for a minute.
What's up, people? James Hill in the house.
And I come back, Doc. Boy. Doc in the building.
What's up, people? No harm intended.
Well, you better tell them that. Ooh,
Well, before we start, I wanted to take a moment to remember the young man that was tragically gunned down. I'm getting my mic, you guys. My bad. Pretty sure you guys can still hear me though. Elijah Lewis was tragically taken from us on Saturday. Some
gunned down for no damn reason. That's
It makes no sense.
come on.
No sense.
He was a pillar of the community. He was putting on for Africa Town, and he was out there. I wasn't out there with him, but we were out there together protesting throughout the summer of 2020 when all that shit was going down. So he was definitely out there, putting foot to pavement, and he continued on that trajectory. And he had several initiatives that was just still in motion. So I wanted to take a moment to pay our respects and remember him for what he did.
Yeah, powerful voice, and actually putting action behind his voice, and so he was putting the boots on the pavement, and he was doing the damn thing.
23
and 23 years old.
Being an
And-
example.
wasn't just talking about it; he was actually doing it.
Yes, and then he was doing some voting initiatives and some other things in the community. But man, it just pisses you off, man, because it was, it's so still, Not only that, I think he was with his nephew. Was that his nephew?
Yeah, he
Right.
was.
And so his nephew,
It's his nephew's birthday. He was taking him to a
monster truck down there that was going on at the
Some Lumen.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, man, just some sad, man.
It is really sad over a really small fender bender or something. The whole thing could have been avoided. It's really unnecessary.
Let's just hope he gets his justice and his family gets
Right.
justice and peace.
Absolutely.
And so I think we all need to really, beyond, man, the prosecutors put forth the support, make sure that shit just sucks, man.
There's multiple charges with the $500,000 bail,
Yeah,
but
let's
it
not stop.
doesn't.
Let's not just wait until that. Let's man get
Right.
behind this. So
Yeah. Tragic as what? 6 months ago, back in October, we lost Devon. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Devin Pickett
Right.
Right.
outside of his establishment. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't understand what the fuck it is that's going on out here, but damn, like those were two prominent community pillars of the community, man. Gone.
Growing, towering pillars of our community
yeah,
that still had so much growth, so much to give
Right.
to our community.
So
yeah, and it's getting tiring. Always saying prayers and condolences, and
That's really a tired thing to
It's-
hear.
yeah.
I mean, prayers and thoughts just aren't doing it. We need action. We need some common sense reform.
mhm.
It's beyond. I don't know. I don't know what to call it anymore. It's insane.
Yeah.
especially it seems like when it hits our community, it just hits it. It hits it so hard. It just makes you sick, man. Especially when you have children, and you always worry. I'm constantly worried. When B goes out, even just going to school.
As a mother, as a Black mother, I worry about my son. I worry about his friends, my brothers, my cousins, my friends, all the Black men and women that I know. So I mean, there are women being killed as well.
Yeah.
So just having melanin in our skin is like a target. A melanin is a target, and there needs to be some serious change. And I'm not even sure what's going to happen to promote change and to cause change. But I'm really tired of seeing hashtags, and hashtags just aren't doing it.
Yeah, we need swift justice.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this all
Plays out.
because they got the dude who did it. So
Yeah.
some white dude will we'll see how it plays out.
I always say nothing's a guarantee, even though we might say when it comes to us, man.
We already know that.
You know,
so that.
I know when I seen.
So let's not sit here and just act like it's a given, because it's not, right? So
No,
let's just
definitely it's not.
Unfortunately.
you know. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Shop Culture, and once again, we want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in. We weren't on last week. Like I had people ask me, we were just taking, we had some new moving parts that we had to get together, cameras, new programs, the whole nine.
Still in the middle of getting all that knocked out.
So that stuff is getting put together. So, but we're back, and man, check out our TikTok, man. We're doing a little something there. TikTok.
How can they find
Shop Culture Podcast? That's all. Put it in the search.
all
Shop
one
Culture
word, right?
Podcast.
Yeah.
Bam.
No, if y'all know what TikTok is, if you're
well,
Who doesn't?
yeah.
I don't know the demographic in which Shop Culture serves. They probably don't be on TikTok like that. They don't.
I don't know. It seems like they are because they're commenting, so I don't know who's on there.
No, it's not them that's commenting.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not going to do an age.
I will, because it's important. Demographics is important. So if you don't know what TikTok is, get on TikTok, check it out. It's popping.
Yeah. And so definitely check out that IG, the whole nine. So,
Cool.
man, how's everybody's weekend, real quick?
I had a good weekend, man. It was kind of sobering and a reality check. My grandson turned 12 years old.
No, man. Yeah.
12 years old. Seems like just a couple of years ago I was holding him as a baby.
It goes by quick, man.
And now we're having the man talk,
Well, you got to have that, yeah.
And he's asking me, when am I going to teach him to drive?
Yeah. I'm doing that right now.
Yeah,
he got his permit. He went and got his permit today. So, yeah, it's crazy. And man, insurance, man, y'all, man, you guys killed a brother with this insurance. Car insurance ain't no joke, man.
Right.
Damn. Yeah.
I'm happy to see he's doing real good. He's maturing very nicely. He's real bright. He's into books, science, technology. He's really, really into it.
Oh, man.
And then I just recently found out that he has a natural ability for art. He has a sketch pad. And when asked what he wanted for his birthday, he said a sketch pad, shading pencils. And I had him over at the house Saturday, and he laid on the floor and he's sketching out these beautiful sketches. I couldn't believe it.
You got some talent, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. How about for you two?
I had to work this weekend, but Saturday evening, some coworkers of mine and I went to Duke's in Ruston Way, and we sat there for quite a long time just chatting and just some networking and team building type of thing. It was my idea. I think that team building, when you work closely with someone, is a very important thing to keep things even, and you can iron out difficulties amongst your personalities more easily if you've done that, if you've laid a foundation that you can build on.
Man, I want to say real quickly, I like Duke's, but I want to tell you, Duke's has their burgers are on point.
Oh, yeah.
Their burgers, if you want a good burger, go to Duke's.
Really? And nobody really goes to Duke's for burgers.
I do.
Man, I'm telling y'all.
I don't know what I had. It was like salmon or something.
Right. It's a fish house. That's what I think.
It is a fish house.
But
I think the variety of chowders and unique
good.
fish dishes when I think Duke's.
My friend got me on their burgers, and I'm going to tell you right now, man, their burgers are on fire. Check out their burgers. I guarantee you. And it's fat patties. It is like grandma burgers, man. The patties are so fat. It's crazy.
Have you had their little nosh bites? They have the salmon, not the salmon, have the prawn with the bacon and the honey butter.
Oh, I haven't had that.
Oh, those are really good. I
Oh,
definitely
I need to
recommend
check
those
that.
as well.
So Dukes, man, I'm gonna give you a shout out. Dukes is hitting. Rochelle said, remembering Dr. Martin Luther King today.
Yes, 55 years ago today, Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great comment there,
Lorraine
Rochelle.
Hotel, right?
Great reminder.
Lorraine
Thank you.
Hotel.
I feel like
in
I should know that
Memphis.
because my grandmother was there when like it happened.
Yeah, that's
That
man.
was always a pit stop because I was always back and forth to Memphis from Cali every summer as a kid, and that we always seen that.
Memphis has a lot of history.
But yeah,
man.
I did nothing for my weekend. Not that you asked, B.
I'm like,
How was your weekend, Nick? How was your weekend?
Man, you just took it. You just took that. I know that's right.
I mean, sometimes that makes for a really good weekend.
No, yeah, that's literally like all I did. Well, I had to write down a bunch of stuff because I got other platforms that I'm producing that's in the works. Of course, studying with this coding stuff. So, but yeah, it was a pretty relaxing weekend. I did like nothing. I was in the house all weekend. So
Sometimes that's the best. I went and checked out. I seen John Wick.
I got to go
How
check
was
that
that?
out.
It was.
You were supposed to go last Sunday,
I
weren't you?
I didn't
That's
go.
why we didn't meet for cigars.
Oh,
I didn't. No one got
no,
a group
actually,
chat.
no, I didn't.
Nobody
I wasn't
texted.
going. I went to John Wick. I was just gonna be honest with you.
See, you
I
did what I was
put
supposed
that
to do.
Yeah. John Wick was good, man. You know, I think it's probably the second best one. I think the first one's the best. I think this one's right behind it. So it was good.
Yeah,
I mean, you want action and a lot of shoot 'em up.
They say they like get right to it.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
They don't have no sex scenes. They don't have no.
Is there a good storyline though?
What story? John Wick never really had it about a dog. I mean, that's basically the premise of it. But it's
So what made it good?
because the action. That's
Just the action.
Just the action. I love
action
yeah.
packed and
It's action packed. And,
and long slow lines by Keanu Reeves.
hey, great actor by the way.
Really?
Why do people say that about him? I get a little mad too because
It's kind of comical, his acting to me. It's just funny.
Matrix was Oscar worthy.
That was good. Yes, agreed.
I wouldn't say Keanu Reeves' role, but
What are you talking about? Well, Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, it was a great role. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about some movies because I've been on some of this good stuff. It was nonstop.
I watched that Swarm joint. That was mentally
that
exhausting.
was crazy.
I
Exhausting.
don't know, man. I don't know if I liked it, man.
No,
I haven't seen
it was kind of corny.
So.
I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah,
it was kind of corny. But it was exhausting.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see the part 2.
And I love Donald. I wish that there's a part 2. I wish that there wasn't.
Oh, they said it's gonna be a
I
part
wish
2.
that there wasn't.
And you know who was who produced and co-wrote that?
It was Donald Glover and Malia Obama.
Obama. Yeah, but no,
Really?
she directed one particular episode. I think it was like the best episode. I think it was episode 5.
She has another project that she's doing with Donald Glover that's in the
works.
pipeline. Yeah. So very talented young lady.
But do you guys think that Beyonce fans are that serious?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Really, the Beehive is
yes.
Yeah.
wow.
Yes.
I think they did a great job of showcasing just the I don't want to say craziness,
Passion.
the passion. Yeah,
They worship that woman.
They do. They really do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'd say except for like killing folk, they go through
They go
through extremes.
They jump on stage because we've seen
They be trying to cancel folks.
cancel. Yeah, you better not talk about Beyonce. Hey, we haven't talked about Beyonce.
They'll call your job, your coworker.
Just Sierra. You only talk about Sierra. Not, I'm playing. But we need it.
Yeah, but no, I just want to throw that in there. Swarm was all right.
Yeah. All right, let's get to it, man. What's our first?
All right, so the first topic is this. I just said the Angel Reese effect. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I don't, or it's a problem when I do it. I don't really have a lot of the details or particulars on this because I didn't watch that game. I know very surface level information in regards to quote unquote controversy that was going on with that shit. So I'm pretty. Sounds like you got it. You know more about what's going on with this beat. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it.
Great, and I don't know if y'all watched the game, and props out to the young ladies that played that game. All right, the whole championship, like there it is right there, tournament was just incredible. I mean, what's cold about it, I can't remember a time when I can actually say that men's basketball was overshadowed by women's basketball. This overshadowed it. The whole thing, even this was like number one on like ESPN in terms of what they were discussing and talking about. It was interesting because I didn't even see like the trash talking being that big of a deal. This is what you do when you hoop.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's not.
It's the comments are making a big deal.
I thought so too. I thought it was
it's the comments.
Like
it seems like somebody made it racial.
Well,
the media made it racial.
No, it's not just the media. It was actually some talking heads, talking points, because they kept on saying, they made comparisons about some of the ladies, the other games about the lady playing like thugs and playing like certain,
which goes back to this.
And so I'm not going to say it was just the media per se.
Is that what prompted this quote?
Yes. Yep.
All year I was critiqued about who I was. I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit the box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood. I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this is for the girls that look like me, for those that want to speak up for what they believe in. And Angel Reese.
Exactly.
Per the Huffington Post.
Because there is a very big double standard.
Totally.
A very big disparity because Caitlin's been doing that they call it a John Cena, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I read somewhere that, or heard somewhere, he didn't actually start that. Someone else actually did who was black, but I don't know if that's a fact. But when she did it, she's...
Well, they say Booker T started it. Booker T is a wrestler. She's
passionate, and she's, classy, and she's... what else did they say? They didn't say anything negative. When she did it, it was all positive, all leadership, all, excitement type of thing. Then when Angel did it, oh, she's a thug. Oh, she has no class. Oh, she has.
What about that comment? Go ahead, T. Go ahead.
Racist and exactly. And thing is, men when they're playing basketball, they don't talk trash. Seriously, they do.
Right. That's part of the game.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's part of sports. It's not even basketball. It's a sports thing.
Yeah. One of the greatest. I think trash talking between players was Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, and I thought that kind of kicked off the NBA, and it kind of put NBA in the forefront, and that was what it was about. When you play, you hoop, you talking.
Well, the media kind of pushed that a little, that rivalry between the two of them. But actually,
it wasn't just the media though.
Larry Bird was just a country boy that was there to compete hard. He wasn't about all the showmanship and the trash talking. I mean, and then they hyped
the greatest trash talker in the game, though. That's what Larry Bird was known for. Larry Bird was known to talk the most trash out of any player in the NBA.
But in his earlier years, coming out of college and when he first started, he just wanted to play hard, and he grew into that, through, I think, media and the hype, and I guess getting trash talked at. So
trash talking is a part of it. I think that part of the game. I think that they went overboard in critiquing women, especially women of color. And it wasn't just the media. It was actually fans of certain teams that were quick to say certain things. And they say buzzwords. So, okay. They might not say the typical racist stuff, but they say the buzzwords. When you're comparing
like
ladies,
dog whistles.
Huh?
Like dog whistles, basically.
Whistles, yeah.
But it wasn't a problem when the white player did the exact same thing.
But there's expectations.
They're saying it was different because she had did it toward her bench, whatever. It's just trash talking. It goes under
It's part of the game.
Now, what they were trying to get after the young lady about was that she followed her around, and but she barely followed her around for it was less than 3 or 4 seconds. And after that, when you win a championship and when you win a ring, you can talk all you want.
But part of the game is getting in your opponent's head. You remember Xavier McDaniel for the Seattle Sonics? X-Man. When they're standing on the free throw line and somebody's on the free throw line, he would turn to his opponent and just look at him just like this
Yeah.
because he knows he's getting in his head, you know, and
I,
it worked. It was effective.
I just think that when it comes to, especially basketball, there's always seemingly a undertone, a racial component that always goes along
And
the lines.
gender, because think about it.
Okay, talk to me
I
about the
mean,
gender.
black men who play sports, there are a lot, can trash talk and not get talked about the way Angel's been talked about.
I
not
disagree with that.
I mean, I'm sure some do.
Yeah.
But I feel like if she wasn't a woman, it may wouldn't have been as bad.
Okay.
I don't think that had anything to do with that.
You don't think so?
I think it was just the racial thing. I think it was just
Yeah, because my thing is we have heard that we've heard the little key phrases about brothers too, especially where they're from, the intelligence level.
Yeah, that part's shit.
Huh?
Yeah, the intelligence part.
The intelligence level is always thrown out there.
That's always called the question.
When a white athlete is not as athletic, they always say he's smart.
right.
He plays hard. You know, so it's always these key words that always goes along the lines of racial undertone. So I don't know if necessarily I agree with the gender per se, but I will say the racial components, it was there.
That was definitely there.
Yeah. Now, when I saw her doing that, I wasn't hip to the whole John Cena thing. And then she was pointing at her finger like, I think she's saying, see my ring finger. I'm going to have a ring. That's what I got out of it.
That part was about a ring.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a ring.
Okay.
So let's get this. We got a couple.
I've already been filtered.
Okay, but we want to.
Caitlin Clark did it to Haley Van Lith of Louisville.
It was a major trash. Yes.
Yeah.
But let's also look at it from this standpoint. I think it helped the women's game in terms of, again, it put it on the forefront. I mean, I'm a hoop fan, but I have to say, and I've been to the Storm games, and now I'm really looking forward to like Storm games now because of this. Not only was the trash talking, but the game itself, man, it was entertaining.
Right. I've heard a lot of these games when it comes to the women's basketball off this seldom exciting and no one's really tuning in and watching them.
No, we talk about the athleticism, but you can't say that now. The athleticism is there. The
Based
ability.
Off of this game?
No, I'm talking about the whole championship because it was a tournament.
Okay.
And if you go back and watch it, I mean, the games are going up to like 100 now. So we used to say that some of us, man, the game is a little too slow. We can't say that now. We can't say that now. The women's game is outstanding. I had to, man, they converted me.
Based off of this championship run.
Just based off of, I would say,
because what about previous?
I would say this
seasons?
Really put me over the top. Okay. Over even previous season, like we're seeing it over the last 2 to 3 years. Like the game itself is just incredible. The way the passing,
more and more exciting.
Well, what did you say?
More and more exciting.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point. What? Kenny says the cool thing is how many women are going to start watching these beautiful queens play basketball now, because he gets irritated when women only want to get involved when an incident like this happens. But they, like I was going back to what I was saying, they seldom support and watch the WNBA or women's college basketball altogether.
Well, who don't? Are you saying women?
Women.
And professional basketball.
I don't know about that
per se. I think it was a lot of men were kind of delayed. Because when you go to the Storm games, you see a lot of women there. So I don't see majority of women.
I went to the Storm game. There were a lot of women.
It's a Storm game, but like just in general, when we're talking about women's basketball, the season, it's in its entirety. Like what I don't know what the percentages look like as far as the demographic of women that actually tune in, but arguments that I've heard in regards to this largely anchor towards, well, women don't even watch those games. They're not really supporting these young ladies in the WNBA or
Well, I know to the Storm games that I've been to,
I think it's women.
The seats were filled with gay female couples. I mean, that's what it was. Okay. I mean, and I don't know if that's what's that?
I didn't.
Okay, I gotta comment on that one.
So
I gotta comment on that one.
I'm just saying who was there, who filled the seats. It was basically lesbian couples.
I gotta comment on that one.
I'm telling you what I saw when I went to the game.
Hello.
Damn.
So I went to New Orleans a number of years ago during a female NBA type tournament, and I went to a couple clubs, and there were a lot of gay women there. So I can see what you're saying, because there definitely were a lot of lesbians who are in support of the WNBA.
Oh yeah.
But my question though is, okay, the women who are watching men's basketball, are they watching women's basketball?
And that's what is.
Are a lot of women even watching men's basketball?
That's the question.
That's the question.
They're saying there's the argument is women, whether gay, straight, whatever, most of them are watching NBA versus the WNBA.
I wonder what that looks like as far as.
I would have to see the percentages.
Somebody said, yeah.
Kenneth is saying that a lot of women didn't even know these players until the incident happened. I didn't know the player.
But I know a lot of women don't watch that.
Exactly.
I mean, so I'm
and
just
then
saying,
Kenny also wanted to ask you, did you know the players before this incident?
I have watched a few games, yes. This is not my first time watching a game, so I actually do watch games.
I would say
I
I
like
know
sports.
I know mainstream players, and I would say more WNBA.
Yes.
College wise, no, I didn't really. But watching it now, I'm going to be into
because when it comes to NBA and even college basketball, you know who those young men are. You know who's, because they're getting ready to get drafted, right?
Okay, but I don't think men are watching college basketball. I just think it would still be more women.
I think men are. The men are.
Women basketball. You think?
No, I'm talking about college basketball.
I'm
College basketball.
I know a lot of men who are watching men's college basketball.
I'm saying I don't know a lot of men are watching women's college
basketball.
They're
not.
Oh, women's. Okay.
They're not.
That's why I said I think it's more women that are watching and probably supporting. I would say the league in college more than the men are. I just would think, maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. I know in the barbershop, we haven't had a conversation about WNBA.
We can say, or I'll just die on this hill.
Okay.
Majority of the individuals here in the country that embellish in sports are men. Yeah, you have women that they know they shit too and they watch it, but I would say the percentage is more on the upfront with men who watch NFL, baseball, NBA, all that stuff.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
Versus women.
I would have to ask that because the game, I'm just going back on the day. The game was totally different. So the game,
because if that was the case, the WNBA should be getting major looks. They should be their viewership should be up, and
their salary should be up.
Right, but because nobody is watching that shit,
right? There's
no incentive.
But I would say because men are not really watching it like that.
I wouldn't say just men. They just haven't generated the fan base and the revenue that the men's NBA has. That's what it comes down to. It's a business.
I think what it comes down. You're right. I think what it comes down to is that men are not watching the WNBA like that.
Right.
Let alone women's college basketball.
Right.
But where are the women at that are watching that?
And we said they need more women to watch it. I would say that.
With
but
I
think women
all
are
this
probably
women empowerment and support and whatnot. Where's the not here and there, but like, are you actually following teams? Are you following these franchises? Are you following the players?
But then the WNBA doesn't prove fruitful for women that are working hard in college to graduate from college and go to the WNBA because the salaries.
Well, first of all, they do lose money, and they are basically the NBA forces the owners to own these franchises. So I mean, it's a losing revenue, but it will turn.
Are you watching all college sports? Facebook user, whoever put this comment.
Oh, see, okay, Ken said the NBA keeps the WNBA afloat just for the sake of hard. But what we have seen though is that the game is growing. The game is growing.
It's growing, but I have a friend who's had two daughters in basketball. Trained them, brought them all the way up. One of them's playing in college now. Another one is a top player in a local school, and they both have trained with WNBA teams and chose and have made decisions that they are not going to play in the WNBA.
Is it salary? Or do you know why?
Salary's one, and lesbian pressure being another one. And they're going to go overseas to play.
Wait, lesbian pressure?
Yes, pressure from other players that are lesbian.
Oh, okay. Well,
yes.
I guess I would have to see I would have to see the person. See, and I'll be honest. Maybe when I went to the game, I didn't really look at.
Well, this is from young ladies who.
Yeah, they would know that they're in the game. They're there. So I mean, I'm just saying for me on the outside, like when you said that, reason why I was like laughing because I didn't really notice
I wasn't
I
putting it
couldn't-
together.
I-
I don't know.
I didn't-
but then again, I don't pay
I don't know.
attention. I don't pay attention to
I can't
WNBA.
tell whether or not somebody is gay watching the game or a couple of. I mean, just beautiful women. I'm okay. I'm looking at the game. I'm good.
Right,
It's all good to me.
Doc was like,
I mean,
Look
I'm not
at it.
saying anything's wrong with it, but there's
I know.
that's basically the fan base is lesbian women. I mean,
Okay.
Oh, you're saying that's the fan base?
the fan base and a lot of the players and their
Okay.
pressure and the rookies when they're coming in, it's kind of a sexual harassment type of thing, I would say.
trying to turn these girls out.
Yes, absolutely.
Damn.
Well, okay. I don't know. I can't comment on that.
So
part.
a lot of these
I don't
young
think about
women
that.
coming out of colleges are choosing to go overseas and
The money-
play because they can make $1 million.
Yeah, the money. I was going to say the money overseas is
A
way
lot.
better.
A lot.
Yeah.
I would say that's the number one thing.
Right.
I wouldn't. Again, I don't know whether or not sexuality is number two or whatever.
Well, I
the
would
other
say
case.
the money's number one.
Yeah,
Well, I
the
come
money
out of
has to be.
college after working so hard through middle school, high school, college to make $180,000.
And then are they securing brand deals
But it's still-
like Jordan with Nike?
Only the top
things of that
players.
The
nature?
top players are.
Only the top
players are.
they're
using
getting
their-
very small endorsements for athletic
Very
gear
small
and shoes.
endorsements.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it's
you got
only
Sue Bird.
a
Sue
certain-
Bird is
Oh, she's
Top
a legend,
player.
though.
Lisa
She's a
Leslie
legend.
is a legend. I mean, so
Okay.
we've
That's
had.
That's
like
two.
that's yesteryear, right? What's
Right.
going on today?
But that's
What's
two.
going on to play-
And
players-
then
are
and
they
then
giving
we
these
have
young
the one.
ladies
What's
today?
her name? That's playing for the Storm, the top player now. I can't remember her name. It evades me, but she was the top player, and I think she chose to leave and go play for another team.
That's what I heard, Kenny. The NBA keeps the WNBA afloat
It does,
for
but-
the sake of heart,
But it's only been
and
in
they lose
existence.
profit every year.
It's only been in existence like 20 some years too. I mean, the NBA for a long period of time wasn't making money. They had it for
Picked
Right.
up steam.
So-
though.
But to be
Rather-
because
that
Magic
long,
Johnson and Larry Bird changed it
Picked up
around.
steam.
But it was 20 some years that the league was. They were scared that the league was going to go. League was going bankrupt.
right?
You lost teams. So guys,
I'd say volleyball too, Kenny.
what?
He said the only women's sports that actually get some tread from women is softball and tennis.
Okay, I mean, but again, does it diminish what just occurred? And
Soccer, women's soccer.
Soccer is-
Come on now.
and after this championship series, are we going to see an increase?
See,
And I think it is.
Tasha
Worship?
kind of
I hope so.
anchored to the point.
What?
She says she watches college football and basketball during the championship. I don't know if she's saying all, or is it just women's, or is it men's? So maybe she can.
Yeah, maybe she got it.
distinguish here. But she says that she watches college football, and basketball during the championship season, and during the championship run, excuse me. And she says that she missed most of the women's games. She only watched the clips, and she missed the final because of what? WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I watch college basketball, men's and women's, in March.
Okay. Do you watch it? Yeah. I only watch, like I said, WNBA, women's game. I am. It was phenomenal. But I was watching with like a group of women. They got me kind of hip. They were talking about it. So that's why I said, I think women are going to be kind of the brand ambassadors and moving the game forward, because you got to have players, and the players are women.
yeah, you gotta have a fan base though too.
Fan base is what
Yes.
generates the
So,
revenue.
Fan
Very
base,
true.
but you got to have great players. Great players. It got to be you got to have a product that's showcasing it.
Right.
And
Yeah,
it was showcasing it was great play by the women.
You gotta
That's
have
what it
both.
was.
You gotta have both.
it's a lot of moving parts. Honestly, I never noticed WNBA advertising anymore. I used to watch it back in the day.
Yeah,
And then I believe Brianna Stewart.
Brianna Stewart.
Oh yeah, Brianna.
I don't know who that is, but yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I would agree.
I mean, I've heard three top players: Breonna Stewart, Sue Bird, and Lisa Leslie. That's three. There's how many WNBA players?
There's a
So
lot.
and those three, they're getting endorsements and they're getting. But
Are they still playing? Those sound
Sue
like
Bird is
retired-
not.
those
Sue
sound
Bird
like
retired.
Right.
Sue Bird is
Sue Bird
retired.
retired.
But I mean,
That's
are
one
we
of her last
talking?
games.
We can't compare it. Like I
But
said,
then
we
even
can't compare it to the
Brianna was
NBA.
Oh,
going-
Cheryl Swoops.
Cheryl
Yeah,
Swoops.
Swoop. But and then Brianna, what was she doing when she got in trouble? Going overseas to play, where they make money.
They make
In
money
the
though.
WNBA, she may have hit 300,000.
You mean Brittany?
Yes,
Oh.
as a top player.
I was gonna say
in
Brittany
the
Griner would have been
WNBA.
up there had
Yep.
she not gotten caught up.
Yeah, that's Brittany that got in trouble overseas.
Well,
Yeah,
so but we can't really compare it to the NBA though.
no,
It's not even in this. It's not even.
it's business.
It is, and we got to look at it like that. But we also can give props that it is growing. I think it's growing.
It's growing, but I think it's lost traction over the last few years.
Really?
I do.
Why is that?
Because like you don't see advertising, you don't see a lot of commercials, you don't see viewership,
Exactly.
you don't see a lot of games aired.
These players aren't getting these sponsorships. The big
Yeah,
big
I
portion
would
of
have to-
sponsorships.
right. I would
Like
have
you
to-
said, like they're getting a small
Yeah, they're
portion,
getting small endorsements for
Endorsements,
wearing
there you
Nikes
go.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
but it's
or
not. It's
Pumas or
nothing on the
whatever
level
the
of
case
what
may be.
is going on NBA. You know, there's several. There's
No.
many players.
You're right. Kobe was a big time ambassador because especially with his
Right.
daughters.
right.
So I don't know, man. I would have to see it. I think it's a little bit bigger than what y'all's saying, but I don't know. We have to. I think if you watch like I said, the championship series, man, go back and watch that. That was some good basketball.
Do they have a dunk contest?
It's
No.
a different game, bro. That's
I'm
what I'm saying.
just
Do
asking.
they have an All-Star weekend?
I don't know. I don't
See?
think they. But again, you
I don't
can't
know. I'm
compare it to the
ignorant.
NBA. It's a different game.
Right, it's basketball.
Yeah. So I don't.
There's
I don't know.
different
So
players.
women, so there are women that can dunk.
I think there are
There's
people
a few.
that
There's
yeah.
maybe 3. I mean,
Damn.
But to me,
okay.
that's not. But that's not the. That's not the
Okay.
epic of the game. Is whether or not a lady can dunk. I think that is whether or not she's skilled, whether or not she can shoot the three, whether or not she can drive, whether or not she can pass. Those are kind of the elements to it. I mean, dunking is dunking. So, but there are people that love to watch the dunk. So
I mean, to make the game exciting and to draw a fan base to see who's doing what on the court, that could help.
right.
Not
That's
a
all
bad
I'm saying.
idea. Not a bad idea at all.
yeah, but dunking, I don't know. Dunking is
And you have All-Stars. You have fan participation, voting. Who are the All-Stars?
Right.
Have an All-Star weekend.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do the
But
women have? Is there equivalent to any of these things when it comes to
I don't think so.
WNBA?
Not that I've heard of.
Right.
Correct
That's
me
all
if
I'm
I'm
asking.
wrong.
Dunk contest,
Yeah.
all star games, things of that nature.
it would be nice if included WNBA in some of the All-Star. I think they do though. They do. When you have the skills contest, you used to have some of the WNBA players out there during All-Star. It was during the skills
Oh,
competition.
well,
So I don't. It's out there, and I give it another 5 to 6 years, and it's
All
great
right.
to see it.
I think they should have WNBA with the All-Stars weekend and have a skills competition against the two of them, 3-point shootouts and things like that.
But this is the thing is, I mean, 'cause
Things
first
where
of all,
they're more equally yoked. I
But
wouldn't
they're not
do
because
a slam dunk
are you gonna use
contest, men against
are you going to
women.
use this? What balls are you going to use?
What
It's
do you
different
mean?
balls,
Well, then
different
use,
sizes of balls. So
well,
like,
then
what do
they
you-
shoot
But
the
yeah, I
balls
know
that they
Yeah,
use.
that's what I'm saying.
you
It's
know?
a different. It's yeah.
The
it's a
hoop
different
is
game.
the same height. If men shoot the balls the men use, women shoot the balls that they use. 3-point shootout.
It's the same distance. It's going to be the same. I mean, so
Same
there's a lot of.
distance, right.
sounds like there's a lot of recalibrating that has to go on here in order
I mean,
to make
it's-
it somewhat fair.
Is
For
the
the
3-point
You gotta
line?
have it.
Is the 3-point line the same distance?
I don't know. Actually, I
Is
don't,
I
the
don't
hoop
know.
the same height?
I don't know.
I
But
hope
all
so.
I see
These
is
are good
when I
questions.
when I
These are
see
good
the,
questions.
like I said, I can appreciate that it's a different type of game. And if you watch a lot of basketball, you'll notice a big time difference. Now, if you're looking for an NBA type of play, I don't think it's NBA type. Now, it's growing and it's getting better.
NBA being exciting.
No, the NBA, I don't really think nowadays is that exciting like it used to be. I think the NBA
It's not.
is
I
not.
agree.
It's not even close.
But it's
So
more exciting than what's going on in WNBA today, though.
it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
different game,
Yeah.
though. You keep on
Depends on the
comparing.
game.
It's like you
What's
got to
different?
watch the game, bro.
But what's the you watch these games, right?
Yeah.
So explain to us just
Did I
surface
not? Have
level.
I not explained it? How many
What,
times? Skill set. Now, hold on. I'll do it again.
Now,
The
the
skill
storm
set is
games are exciting
the
to me.
skills.
Anyway, I love the storm games.
Yes. Usually, like I'll give you a prime example. What I like about the WNBA is
Okay.
it seems to be like they're more team oriented and passing. You watch the NBA game, they're coming down, they're shooting. It's not no getting the other players involved. It's WNBA is a more team concept. If you like a team game, if you like a little post play, they even got post play. Do the NBA got post play now?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
There you go. So I mean,
But I mean, men's college is more of a team oriented because
Yeah,
that's what's called. I mean, if you look at UConn, In the first half, each of the 8 players that played all scored. So that means they're moving the ball. You know, they played 8 players in the first half, and each one of them scored. So that's
It's
not
a slow-
always the case in the NBA.
Yeah, it's not always the
But
case.
then in the NBA, you have your assignment. Take Dennis Rodman, superstar. He may come away with 2 or 4 points, but he got 18 rebounds
He has 18. Yeah, and
and 6 assists.
I guess I'm just trying to
Because that
understand
was his job.
what the stellar difference is. Because basketball to me is basketball, right? So you're saying the women are playing a different
what I say is a
basketball than
different
the
type
men?
of game.
Okay.
It's a different game within the like. That's like saying to me is like saying I'll give example. If you're watching the men's, it's like watching overseas compared to the NBA. Yeah, I don't know if you watched the two, but it's a different type of game being
It
played.
is. It is.
That's the same thing. It's a different game. That's it. So, but I don't go and compare overseas to the NBA and be like, well, it's not the NBA, so I ain't watching. No, it's just a different game. That's it. So, I mean, it's what you like.
And then with huge salaries, you get huge egos. And, you know, the superstars are telling the younger guys, your job is to bring the ball down and give it to me.
Well,
Michael Jordan, he was a big trash talker. I've sat close at some Sonics games, and Michael Jordan talked so much trash to everybody, even the refs.
well, he's the greatest player there.
Right.
Ever
And
played,
I
so-
mean, I was thrown back. I was like, Mike talking shit
Oh man,
to the refs.
Mariners are up, guys. Yeah.
Oh, this ain't nothing in there, 9-0.
About 11-0 now. Mariners, go Mariners.
I saw Michael Jordan come up to the ref in Seattle and say, "Don't you know who I am?" He said, "I am the NBA."
Yes.
Woo!
He was the greatest player.
Right.
He was the
Talk
greatest
shit.
player of all
He
time.
didn't get a technical.
You don't need to. But anyways, yes. So great concept.
Okay, cool. So I learned a lot because there's some things that I just did, a lot of things that I didn't know. But okay, so to put a bow on this topic, everybody, you know, where are y'all at with this whole Angel Reese? What's the other girl's name? Caitlin Clark.
Double standards shouldn't even have been an issue ever.
Okay.
Exactly.
Same. You feel the same.
It's the comments from people who don't like seeing Black people do what white people do,
Cool.
basically.
B, you final thoughts on this?
Totally agree. And it was even she said it. Caitlin Clark at the end said it was no big deal. It's part of competition. She wasn't tripping about it. So the players weren't tripping about it. It's just everybody else. So, but it's not.
All right.
Notice double standards.
And speaking of Jordan, the movie Air.
I haven't seen it.
For that.
It drops tomorrow.
Oh, I want to see that.
Oh, for real? I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Yeah.
You think Magic's kicking himself for that deal? Not signing with Nike?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Isn't
He's
he
signed with
but-
Converse, right?
But doesn't matter. Look at where he's at
I was
now.
about to say, isn't he?
Right.
He doing good.
Yeah, he's doing
He's
real
doing
good.
good, though.
He's a
He's
good
doing fine.
Didn't he just
businessman.
put in a? No, that was Byron Allen. No, it wasn't Byron Allen. Didn't he just put in a bid to buy the Washington Commanders?
That was Byron Allen.
Byron Allen. Okay, I knew it was one of
No,
them.
Magic Johnson's part of a deal that was trying to buy him.
Oh, is he?
Mhm.
Maybe he's with Byron Allen.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they get? Well, they haven't decided yet, but
Byron Allen he blew up from what was it, Real People?
he did, man.
I
'Cause
didn't
he
hear
started
anything
buying.
from him for years. Next thing you know, they're like Byron Allen's
bought
the
the weather-
billionaire
he
on the
bought the
block.
Weather
He's
Channel.
got
He
the
about to
Weather
buy-
Channel.
he's
He,
about
bought,
to
he
buy
started
BET
buying
back.
stations.
Yeah,
He bought a TV station.
right.
That guy.
I like him,
I pay
man. And
attention
he just
to him.
Yeah,
he just stays low key, man.
right.
Mhm.
Somebody said, "Well, he wasn't funny." Well, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You know. So yeah, props to him on that.
And then you got the haters. His wife is white. So what?
Oh,
I didn't even know
Who
that.
cares?
Who cares?
Yeah.
I didn't.
So what? You love who you love. What's that got to do with anything?
It'd be a good thing when we
Quit
get.
hating.
It'd be a good thing when we get
People,
past that.
people.
That's
Well,
not
that
ever
is-
gonna happen.
Right.
As long as racism is apparent,
Oh,
that's
my
never
goodness.
gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
How could he own BET with a white wife? Man, shut up. Go sit down somewhere.
Wow.
I,
Oh,
okay.
ding ding.
I'm
Doc is telling y'all, like, yeah.
You on that yak? On that yak.
This is my drink time.
All right, man.
Hey man, let loose.
All right, man,
Let
do
us
you,
know
brother.
how you really. Yeah.
It's good for ratings, man. Man.
Speaking of ratings, let's go ahead and go to your topic.
Oh my goodness.
Are men intimidated by successful women? Now, I was grazing these
comments.
I'm hardly in this damn group anymore because
was this from a post I put up like a week ago?
I got the post and I'm about to throw it up. Yes.
Okay.
And there's some response. There's a response post to that too because you had the usual damn suspects that was just all up in arms about it, taking it every which way that them to do. So
that's okay. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I saw in the comments, I was like, Doc don't give a damn. This is hilarious.
No, he
the
does
way
not.
he be responded, if he responds at all. But so let me go ahead and bring up this.
I've never met a man that was intimidated by a woman's success, but hey, maybe.
So there was this video that you had put up of these beautiful black women that were at a wedding, and they were all walking in single file and announcing their professions. And this is what you said, Doc. Wrapping up Women's History Month, let's give congratulations to all of these beautiful sisters on their success. Seriously, we need more black professionals, especially in medicine and healthcare. Let's just hope none of these beautiful ladies believe their job title. This is where.
Come on.
This is where it goes south.
It doesn't go south.
Well, okay, let me
reality.
Let me finish.
He's going in.
Let's just hope none of these beautiful ladies believe that their job title somehow pre-qualifies them to be a wife. It doesn't. Wife skills are wife skills. I don't know what wife skills are a completely different skill set.
Absolutely.
Nonetheless, congratulations to them all, and especially the bride. Feel my flow.
Absolutely.
And so that damn post went just, man. And then let me read this response. Your girl came out and had to say something. And she says, shout out to all the men in cap locks who are not, again in cap locks, intimidated by successful and educated women. We love y'all. For those insecure, timid, pompous, egotistical, misogynistic pretenders, yeah, we see y'all. No, yeah, we at y'all. And then those comments went and did what, those comments to do in support of that shit. So I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away.
People have different definitions of success.
Absolutely. No, we'll give yes.
There's professional success and there's personal success. You have professional accomplishments, you have personal accomplishments. Which one trumps which is whatever fits your lifestyle. Yes, she's okay. I'm not saying that anyone should not pursue a professional woman who is accomplished in her education, top of her class, top of her career. But know this, her career comes first. She may not have all the quality time that you want and that you require to be in a relationship or a marriage. She's not going to be home sharing 50-50 in the household responsibilities and duties and quality time at home. And her main priority is not going to be the healthy, more often than not, the healthy relationship that the two of you build, because her priority is her career.
And real quickly, yes, the WNBA ball is smaller than the NBA ball, 1 inch smaller. So
what about 3-point line and the height of the hoop?
I didn't look at all that.
Okay.
You guys can do. Hey, I did the heavy part. You can do that. Hey.
Somebody said you should have said that. Way better explanation.
But you have a question though about her.
But I'm give accolades to the women for their accomplishments. Yeah. Now, if you feel that you're going to be equally yoked with the man that has similar accomplishments and put his job first as a priority, I don't think the marriage between the two of them will work, and it's more of a partnership, because neither one of you are going to have the time to build a family, to have quality time with each other. You're not going to, and eventually, being that both of you put your career first, and for the first 10 years of it anyway, once you get 10 years, you can pretty much set your own schedule, write your own ticket, maybe, have created multiple income streams, and you have more time. But in those first 10 years, you went to college, you went to grad school, you've started your own practice, or you're working at your profession, that is your priority. Keep that in mind. The skill set of a wife, mother, it's a totally different skill set.
So when they're done at work and they
Yeah.
come home, turn all that shit off and get in wife mode. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm not.
Basically,
Yes, I'm not saying that. That's not what I
Doc,
said.
that's-
How did you hear that?
I'm just.
I think he was asking you the question
I'm
because
just- I'm-
again, it
That's
leaves
how
up to
I'm-
interpretation,
Yeah,
and,
that's how.
and
Okay,
it's
okay.
a wide interpretation because when you do say that,
You're a boss at work, but when you come
come
home,
you're
you're
not
not
gonna
a
be a
boss,
boss.
here. I'm
I'm
the
the-
leader. I lead this household. I'm the man. Blah 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 blah. Wear the pants. Blah 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 blah. That's what I'm. That's
so
what
that's
I'm getting.
that's
So
what I
is
think
that-
everybody keeps on hearing,
Yeah.
and I think
Okay.
if that's
okay.
what you're saying, you need to say it, or
Okay.
however you need
Well,
to
a
say it.
man that has to say, "I'm the boss. I wear the pants. I'm the leader of the household." If you ever have to say that,
Mhm. I know where you're going with this.
you failed.
Yeah, but I think we're saying
That
we're not
happens
saying-
organically.
Okay, so
And
in
when
a-
you're taking care of your woman, regardless of what her profession is, if she's a boss at work, how educated, how long she worked, whatever the case, if you love her properly,
the post was insinuating
she's going to
that-
support you in that role.
Yeah, the post was saying something.
The
a little
post was
different, though.
insinuating that these women that are in these whatever positions,
High, they're in high.
these high positions. It was, to me, it was insinuating that, well, they don't listen any damn way. They feel as
Nope.
though they don't have to.
No, I don't.
Well-
I didn't get that either. I got
You
that.
know,
I
what
got
the-
that.
what the
when they
post
come
was saying
home,
that-
so when they come home, I need them to be in
Submissive.
wife mode.
So, or in a submissive role.
I'm just that's what I was getting from it.
okay,
I didn't. Hold on. I'll let.
Go ahead,
And
T.
then I'm gonna have to. Okay.
okay. So it was like a backhanded compliment. Is what it felt
Okay,
like.
but won't you explain which part of that?
Okay,
was? 'Cause
it's like you have the success. So great, you're doing these professions. We needed these black women in these professions,
Mhm.
but just don't think your
I didn't
success.
say but.
He didn't say but though.
You didn't, but you did.
However,
Mm.
However,
So-
but same damn thing.
But-
So, however, I'm sorry.
Speak your mind.
However, but whatever. Just don't think it makes you wife material. Okay, let's start with just because a man goes to work and makes a paycheck doesn't make him husband material. Okay, about being a wife material versus husband material, it's all about the relationship that you have with that person.
I agree with that part.
So just because her profession may not work for some man, that's his small d energy.
But okay. In all fairness, Tito, we got to be careful. Sometimes in this group, both men and women, they don't hear each other
Ugh.
not at all.
because he
Right.
didn't say that. No, he didn't say
How?
what you're. But if you go back and read it, because I went back and read the post, because I want to kind of.
I'll bring it.
Why don't you bring it back up and let's go through it? Because I think a lot of times, sometimes, and
It sounds like a backhanded compliment. It really does. Just don't think that your career makes you wife material. What?
Wrapping up women's.
Where did it even come from?
Wait, hold on.
Wrap it up. Women's History Month. Let's give congratulations to all these beautiful sisters on their success. We need more black professionals, especially in medicine and healthcare. Let's just hope none of this is where the backhand you believe the backhanded compliment comes into play.
Okay,
Right.
let's hear it.
Let's just hope none of these beautiful ladies believe that their job title somehow pre-qualifies them to be a wife, because it doesn't. Wife skills are a completely different skill set. But nevertheless, congratulations to them all, especially the bride.
And that's what I'm saying. And the key
Right.
word is pre-qualifies. And a lot of women, professional women, educated women in successful professional careers are single and lonely and wondering why.
No, I can't say that.
Ooh.
There are a lot. Let me finish.
I wish I would have got the post that
Yeah,
was
we got to see the
addressing that.
numbers of that.
Let me finish.
Where are
Let
these
me
single
finish,
lonely women? Because they're
Let
not my
me
circle of
finish.
friends.
Because I have encountered some.
What's the definition of lonely?
And
Yeah, what is the definition? Because they're not married.
Seriously.
okay, no, just because you're not married doesn't mean.
But what's the
you're
definition
lonely.
of that's when you're
Yes.
saying it?
When
It's
you
just
find
you
yourself
tell.
longing for a life partner or a relationship that you can't seem to grasp and hold on to, and it's something. If you're lonely, if you want to be with someone and you can't seem to hold on or secure the relationship that you're seeking,
And there are no
but
lonely
that's
men
not.
out there?
But
and you're spending a lot of time alone. Yes, your career, because your career is your priority. Okay, but a lot of women are saying, "Well, I've done this, I've accomplished this. I'm a doctor, and this, that, and the third. I just can't find a good man."
But that can be a general. That can be a general statement that
and are questioning themselves and telling themselves or telling others and trying to convince themselves, I'm a good woman and I would be a good wife, because they're trying to pre-qualify themselves because of their professional accomplishments.
Okay, but can I also ask, do men, we as men, some men do that too. Quite a few men have they look at their jobs, they look at some type of status. Both men and women do that, and they don't look at anything else, but that qualifies them as a good person. Either way,
he's
it
a
doesn't.
Stupid man if he thinks that.
And
but
it's either way.
Mostly, a woman will stay with that asshole if he's bringing home the right amount of money and taking care of home.
But my thing
because women qualify men as a good husband. What are the first thing they're looking at? The first thing they're looking at is your finances.
But again, it is. But then that's why we all say that you should look for an equal partner.
Okay. So you have an equal partner. You're both doctors. You're both working 14, 16, and 18-hour shifts. When do you have time for each other? That's an equal partner. So you get married. You're both working opposite 14-hour shifts.
That's your idea of equal partner.
No, that's your idea.
That's your idea of equal partner.
That's not my idea. That's an example.
That's you.
That's not my idea.
Hold on. Let's go one at a time.
That's not my idea. I'll tell you what my idea of an equal partner is.
Okay. Let me play devil's advocate, but we can't act like that. The example that Doc presented is not a thing. You have those individuals that those households do exist.
Yes, but not every household.
We know it's not every household, but in general, it does. That does exist. T.
But is that a general? But when you say general,
qualifier for a woman to look for a husband,
I'd say a lot. You got
on the top of her list is how much money he makes.
I think his career
in that manner. I'll say that.
But okay, honestly, I have to be honest as a man, though, right? I look at the same thing. I'm looking at a career because you want somebody that's on the same level, regardless.
What does that have to do with career?
I'm just saying it would more than likely it is a career. If I'm looking for somebody who has a career, and I have a career, why wouldn't I want to look for somebody in the same category as that? I think I would be dumb not to look at that.
I think tax bracket comes into play heavy with this, because you got cats that are super successful that they don't care if their woman works or not. They probably actually prefer that she does not.
That's my point. And it's not what he prefers, it's what she prefers. And if she finds fulfillment, even if she contributes a small portion in the job, financial area, whatever, she brings much greater value in other areas as far as having quality time, doing things together, being a friend, and having that time where you can spend quality time together, bringing peace. Because if she doesn't have to work, he prefers she doesn't have to work. She doesn't, fine. Let's say you make enough money where she doesn't.
Do we know any men that don't want their women not to work? Among us,
that's what
I'm not talking about.
That's why I said
hypothetically.
Yeah, I do.
It's tax bracket.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's guys out there that they're wealthy and they have wives or long-term girlfriends, and they're not saying you need to be at home and just stay at home. It's, hey babe, if you want to work, you can, but you don't have to. It's completely optional for her. She doesn't have to go out there and do that.
I would tell her
she's not working those hellish hours. She's just doing whatever she wants to do to get whatever piece of change she's putting in her pocket to do whatever she wants to do. Yeah.
I would just tell her, find something to do that you are passionate about.
Are you intimidated by a career-oriented woman? No, that is the question. That was the question, and that's what I was getting at. I don't know any man again that I know that's intimidated because a woman makes too much money.
That would be a nigga who ain't got his shit. That would be a dude who ain't got his shit.
That's what the question was on the post that I put up there, because it seems to be that it was this in the group that some guys like who are.
They was talking about hobos. I was like, y'all know a lot of homosexuals. Y'all be talking about these niggas.
These six figures. Okay. I mean, if that's the standard, really? I mean, okay.
But if that's what you're looking at, and if she has to be a professional woman, and you're not looking at the deep seated at the roots of a relationship and a serious lifetime commitment. Because say you're equal love, I have a professional woman, she gets in a car injury, suffers a traumatic brain injury. Are you going to take care of her for the next 10 years? Do you love her that much?
Except for my wife. Why wouldn't I?
Right.
I would hope so.
Everyone doesn't look at it
yeah.
that way. If you're looking at first, she has to have a career, she has to bring this much money.
But
If that's your priority and she no longer has that capability, that diminishes
Again, I think that's a guy.
how you value her. But that's what you just said. I want to look at someone that's equal.
That's not
so
what
what is equal?
That's not what he said.
No.
In
What
my
is
opinion,
equal? What is equal?
that doesn't sound like what he said to me.
equally yoked could be financially, it could be spiritually. Spiritually, if that's important to me,
when I hear equally yoked, I hear all across the board. It's not.
it's just not just the finances. It's all across
Complimentary.
the board.
It's like you
It's
get
a
along
compliment
through-
to my lifestyle,
Right.
and we complement each other's lifestyle.
Well, then,
That could be like that. Could be that.
bring each other
right?
up. Bring each other
To
up.
me, if a woman's not in the gym, I'm not messing. She can make a whole tons of money.
Right.
If she's not in the gym, that's not really my thing.
Right.
I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's technically equal because that's to the way I'm seeing it. It's where she lacks or where I lack, she picks up, or where she lacks, I pick up. It's kind of like a,
Like yin and yang type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Again,
I don't know. I would have to-
with equally yoked, the way that I see it, it's in the word equal. It's all across the board. Y'all are dead even. It's equal. There's
But you can always see
equal,
equally yoked if someone has strengths in this
Yes.
area, weakness in this area. She has strengths,
Exactly.
and it balances out.
It does. It has to.
There
Yeah.
should be a balance. And maybe she likes to work. Maybe she likes her job.
Right.
And maybe I think it just depends on the relationship. It depends on the partnership.
That's
And
what
it depends, and I think that's the important thing.
Right.
I just feel like all of us we should
I think
tell other people, hey, whatever makes you happy, good for you.
And works for your relationship.
But I do hear what he is saying something.
And as we take this journey together,
always is.
what is your priority? Is your priority our happiness, or is it your career?
But there are successful people that like to grind, and that's what they like.
No, but what is your priority? What is more important to you? If it would make you happy to give up that career, are you going to give it up?
Do you think most women put their career before their family? Do you think that most women see their career as more of a important factor than family? Basically, putting their career before family.
I wouldn't say that, and I wouldn't say most women, but I would say
a lot.
Professional women just coming out of grad school, starting out their professional career, are going to prioritize that career,
right?
And may not choose to marry for several years, and even then,
that's okay.
That is okay, and that's probably preferred because you have time to mold yourself as a woman and realize what you want and how.
But doesn't that go back to what you
create the balance of?
Yeah, because I was going to say, doesn't that go back to what you were saying in the
I don't know. Yeah,
like with them putting their time into their career, they're putting their time into the career.
And
they're not thinking about like a dude or being married. There's women out here that don't give a damn about marriage at all. They're not looking to be married. They don't care for it.
Right. There are those.
So,
but then
I met more that want to get married.
I'm accomplished. I'm this. I'm that. I'm beautiful. I'm this. Why am I not married? Because some want to be married. Some want to have.
That's interesting because most women have kids. Most women I've met that are accomplished, they are looking. Marriage is important to them.
Right. Absolutely.
But they're not complaining about not finding or being lonely. They're just like, hey, I'm looking for the right partner for me.
Right.
And I think that's the way we also look at it.
Right.
But I don't see it as hey, you had to not work or work a certain amount of time or a certain amount of hours.
That was just an example.
I know. I'm just saying in general, like some people were, they're going off what you said.
Well, you create that work-life balance, then
we all, because I know people that make 6 figures, but they're working 60-hour work. I mean, that's not
right.
That's not living to me.
And that's their priority. That's their priority. That's their life.
That works for you.
They live to work. Those people.
That's their priority. That's they want to do. If they're happy doing that, then there's.
And if they're happy doing it, I have no problem with
it. Right. But then if you on the flip side, when you go home and on the weekend you say, I want someone to spend this quality time with. I want to have kids. And then you start asking yourself, why is that not happening? It's because that's not where your priorities are.
They can have kids, not get married. if they
Well,
really
That's
want
not
kids.
the point.
That's not
Anybody
the-
can have kids.
If they want to have kids, they can have kids. So we can't really say I want to have
She gotta
kids.
pick something. Let me think.
Not really ideal either, create
It depends.
Yeah,
It's
well,
better,
baby
but-
mama, baby daddy.
but it's
It's
better
not
to be.
equal.
It's better to be a single parent than to be in a dysfunctional household.
Oh boy, that goes
I
into a
don't-
whole
I
nother
definitely
subject that
don't.
I've been posting.
So
I don't know about that.
I
That's interesting
don't-
because
I
I don't know if I
don't know if I
necessarily
agree
agree.
with
I think the 2-parent home is still the most effective.
if
in
he-
addition,
if-
I mean, I'm
if-
about to say the stats say that.
if one
Yeah.
if one of the parents is abusive or drug addict or the infidelity is really driving wedges and stuff, not there for
I
him.
mean, it's not to say that these households, these 2-parent households, don't have those negative.
they have that, but
However,
overall, you look at the
the
numbers.
example
The
you said for
2-parent
children.
household is the most.
yeah,
It's the
exactly.
strongest foundation.
It's a 2-parent house.
If someone's getting beat up though on a regular basis, whether it's the man or the woman,
But
the stats
that's
show
not
that
a good place for.
Yeah,
That's
but
not a
T,
good
I
place for
know.
kids.
I know.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Right.
And yes, don't stay in a
They learn where
domestic
they live.
violence
So.
situation. Absolutely, we're not. I don't think I'm saying that, but I'm also saying though, from foundational wise, some dysfunction because every household has some
There's
type of
a
level
certain
of
level of
dysfunction.
dysfunction in every
But if it's
family.
workable, what?
Facebook user says, "I know I'd make a great wife, but I'd never try to rush it due to loneliness. That's why there's so many divorces."
Absolutely, yes,
Right.
yes, absolutely. I
We
don't know
get
who
married
said
to be
that.
married.
Married to be married, out of loneliness.
Oh man, we got some other. See, some of these comments. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes we don't see them all. So, but finances are not my first pick in choosing a man. Any woman that does choose finances first is a materialistic person, and that relationship won't sustain.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that.
Likewise.
And there are a lot of women that think like that.
Right. And so, and a lot of that has to do with age, I think, because as a woman gets
Yes.
older, she looks more towards security than a good-looking guy who makes her laugh.
Well, if she's making all that money, then she doesn't have to worry about that.
Well,
'cause
I'm not
she's
talking
right.
about.
I'm just saying.
Right,
I'm just saying.
Okay, that's it.
And if that's the case, then why?
What about men? Do we change our perspective when we age and get older? Do we still look for the big booty? And
Yes.
I think
Yes.
men do. Men tend to look
Yes.
for. I think
Absolutely.
the big booty and the Coke
Absolutely.
smile? Or-
Absolutely.
and younger women, yeah.
No,
I think
Yes.
so.
older men
Yes.
don't look at no younger women.
Oh,
and they look
please.
for younger women
They look for older.
to keep. And I think
Older women with
I think
big,
that older
With big booty,
men
man.
are
Older
more-
women with big booty. Are you out there? Paging.
well, time and gravity, man.
Thick.
Time and gravity. You know?
thick.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes.
But I mean, younger women. Number one.
I think older women always been in though.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
I think
especially
so.
a well-kept
Yes.
older woman is very
Well,
attractive.
like an Angela Bassett.
Oh
When
my
you look at that
God. Oh,
beautiful,
yes.
that beautiful. Oh my goodness.
I see older women out just on the
Do that.
daily. I'm not even talking about celebrities. I'm saying just on the daily. I'd be like, damn.
There's something about an older, beautiful.
You say you 58? God damn.
I met one. She said she was 68. I'm like, damn. Nothing wrong with
I'm just
that.
gonna be quiet back here.
Get your cougar, Nick.
I know. I said that I need to do that. I need to just go ahead
Life's
and make that.
experiences.
Right. I need to go ahead and
You
make
better
that.
start. Hey,
It's gonna be
Cougar
quiet
Nation,
back
man.
here. It's gonna-
Cougar Nation.
I need to.
Let me just be-
cross
Where you at?
over.
I have no
They say-
comments on
they
this
say-
one.
They say you ain't live life until you experience over 50, man. That's what I heard.
But I think when men get over 50, they start looking at younger women, not only
How
because
younger though?
not only for physical appearances. I mean, 8, 10, 12 years younger.
12
I would say.
years?
Yeah.
That's a kid.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'd say that's about
Because-
10 years, yeah.
Women mature mentally
Oh.
faster than men.
Maybe even 20.
So a 50-year-old man and a 38-year-old woman may be on the same mental level
Too young.
of maturity.
She definitely getting her back blown out by somebody else though.
Too young.
So you know.
Not necessarily.
Oh, dog got bad.
I'm trying to listen. Keep hope alive. All right.
Man, we're gonna lie to
You'll
ourselves.
get there
man.
one
No,
day.
crazy.
We're gonna lie to ourselves. He's right, damn it. You got bad knees, bad hip. I went to the doctor. The doctor said I got a hip flexor. Well, I don't even know what the hell that is.
Things he can't do that I'm able to do. She go, all right,
Oh,
well,
man.
once I put him to sleep, I'm gonna,
Oh,
But there,
What old woman want her backbone out
It
there?
happens.
What?
No old woman want her backbone.
38
which
years
one
old.
doesn't?
Oh shit.
What?
Oh.
No old woman want her.
I'm old and not dead. Come on
wait.
now.
Oh, you want
That's,
to
that's what Nick think when you get over 50, you die or something.
No.
You'll be
Nigga,
surprised.
they go damn near 40. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about like the 70-year-old cats. Like, this is a thing. You got cats that are in their 70s, 60s, 70s that are like these successful guys, right? These financially healthy guys.
Uh-huh.
They got these 30-year-old girlfriends,
Okay.
35-year-old girlfriends. And do you honestly think that she's just with him?
And he probably don't care.
That
As long as he's getting what he wants.
That could be a factor too.
He's getting what he wants.
I'm
He's
just
happy.
saying she's definitely out here in these streets.
And he
Getting
probably
to
don't
it.
give a fuck. He need his sleep time. Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
When you get older, you
Go
need,
shopping
you
or
need
something.
sleep time.
Yeah.
I need quiet and sleep time. You go do what you need to do.
Right.
You just pay. You just
Go
have.
shopping or
Wait, you
something.
got those grits ready in the morning? Grits and bacon? We all.
Just be
That's all
safe. As long as the hospitals ain't calling me and you come home, I'm
Man,
good.
listen, man. It's funny how you don't start caring about that. Like, oh, like, hey,
See, on the
man.
flip side, I got to be careful with older women too, because you can't just toss them around because you know they
Don't be surprised. Don't fool yourself.
Oh,
really.
oh,
Oh,
You
shit.
can't?
So,
Ow, 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 ow. They don't be doing
oh, wait.
trying to fold
Oh,
her up.
you
Nick said they're taking out dentures.
What
Nick
you
just said they're taking out dentures. Oh,
I'm like this. I'm like, what?
what are you talking? How old are you talking?
I'm serious. How old are you talking about?
80s?
Right?
he's talking about a good
That's all.
60, right?
Yeah,
A good 60, strong 60.
What?
what's a strong 60?
Strong 60. I'm playing. Listen, man. Hey,
Man,
do
I
you
don't know
live your
about that.
life?
I
I don't know.
I don't
but
know.
Y'all get there.
I
Y'all
don't know.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Y'all live and learn.
Doc was tossing them 80-year-olds around, man.
80-year-olds.
Okay, the oldest woman that you've dated. The
Don't get in
oldest.
trouble, Doc. Doc, don't get in trouble.
This is a long time ago. Oldest
Doc.
woman.
Don't do it, Doc.
The oldest
Doc.
woman that I've well, that goes way back when I was
Look,
17.
That's what I just
He
said.
tried to
But
put
I'm
this
just
flavor. I like that. Hey, way back.
Statute of limitations.
Are you talking about high school or?
No, bro, you
Doc, you know what I'm talking about.
What are you
Like
talking
older
about?
women. Like you talking about
The oldest woman
Mature
you've ever
women.
been with. Like in your younger days, in your heyday, I'll just say that the oldest woman that you've been with.
About 5 to 7 years older than me.
Oh, that's not older.
that's not much.
That's really I thought you was about to say like when I was 25, I was with like a.
We wanted to hear
50-year-old.
some Mary Letourneau.
I thought
When
you
I
was
was
gonna say that.
17, I was we had a 34-year-old.
That's old, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was 17.
17 though.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
could have got her in trouble.
I thought
man.
he was gonna say like when I was 25, I was with a 55.
I was in the military at 17.
Damn.
I was a grown ass man.
Doc was getting to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the oldest. I don't know.
B, what's the oldest?
No comment.
68.
She didn't look 68 though.
Was she flexible?
Huh?
Was she
Oh,
flexible?
I ain't
Did she
gonna-
do yoga? Did she do yoga?
And she wasn't talking about this hurt and that hurt and get
I
the
know,
lube
right?
and all that.
We don't know. Probably spraying something.
It's lucky I don't show pictures. See? Thank you guys for tuning in to Shop Culture. Man, every Tuesday, 8-ish. Check us out. We're going to put all our links. Make sure you guys check out IG, TikTok. We here.
YouTube.
Yeah, we here. We got 2 minutes.
Yeah, we growing the platform and it's booming. TikTok. I was surprised looking at them numbers. And we just we just started that like a couple days ago?
Nah,
Last week?
Like,
A couple
weeks ago.
Yeah. So but we appreciate y'all for tuning in Tuesday nights, every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Right here, Facebook and YouTube. Hit that notification bell so that way you guys know when we're going live, so you can tune in and interact with the channel. Like, dislike, comment. That puts us in the algo being the algorithm, pushes us out into a broader audience. And we appreciate that,
Yes.
We appreciate
Thanks to our guy over here, man, for taking the pictures.
Yeah, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Snowland.
Yeah, we're
Thank you, man.
growing, expanding the team too. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Tonight was
SK, man.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Any last words before I
No, we out.
before I get this thing off and off? We good?
We
We
good,
good.
man. Thank
Have
you
a
all
good
for
night,
tuning in.
everybody.
Good night.
All right,
For
we're
Next
Shop
week.
Culture.
Keep it
All right,
nappy. Drink about it.
All right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Did you say keep it
Keep it nappy?
Keep it nappy.
Oh wow.
It's
All
a
right.
black culture.
I don't
thing.
want to go. I just okay.
Black culture.
So let's because we're gonna
He's
take.
educating. You're educating your neck. Black culture.
All right.
Keep it nappy.
You're
Okay.
educating.
I don't know about you sometimes.
All right. Yeah.
I'm thinking that when you said to keep it nappy, are you talking about like what part are you talking?
Oh, you're going there?
I always wondered that. I didn't know if you were meaning.
Okay.
What do you-
So
what did you
no. Let's just do it. We'll put a bow on this. We're gonna go ahead and take a moment of silence.
Because there's nothing wrong with that.
No. I want to take. We're turning the corner. We're gonna
Keep it hairy.
We're bending the corner. We're gonna take a moment
What?
of silence and remembrance.
No, you don't want no shaving.
And remember, I'm
Clean-
really
we
trying to
don't
set
want no
this
clean
up, and you talking about nappy,
She asked me.
snappy, nappy dugouts, man. Come on.
She asked me. I say no,
Oh,
man.
my
I want.
God.
She asked me that. Blame T. T
We're
acting up.
we're okay. We're gonna take this moment, okay, a moment of silence for again the young man who lost his life, Elijah Lewis.
Right,
Rest
Elijah.
rest in peace to that man.
Rest in power.
All the strength, prayers, love, condolences to get his family and those who knew him, fellowship with him, just was rocking with him, just all together. Let's just put all that positive energy their way so that they can just they can get through it, because this is a loss. This is a big one. This is big. So we're gonna go ahead and do a moment of silence, and then we're out of here. Y'all be good. Have a good night. Be safe. And that's game.